Alright, so this episode we're going to be talking about the bite sleeve, on how to actually engage a dog to catch a dog on a bite sleeve. We're going to be talking about the proper techniques, not stuff that's been full of things. So once you start to get your dog off a bite tug and you get them onto a bite sleeve, the proper technique is going to be like this. If your dog is standing here and you're walking up, you're going to come up and this leg is going to be wide open. You're going to bring the sleeve in front of the dog as you start to pivot and walk, and the dog is going to tag onto the sleeve as a natural bite. What you're never going to do is you're not going to walk straight up on the dog, forcing the sleeve into their mouth. You're not going to jam the dog with the sleeve. You're not going to have the dog run to you and you put the dog run into the sleeve and jam. That's what you're not going to do. So as the dog is biting, again, you've agitated the dog, he's ready to bite. Your motion is going to be just like this. You're just walking and you want the dog to bite you at this moment when your body is here. You do not want the dog to bite you like this. You're exposing your leg to get bit. So you want the dog the sleeve out slightly as you pass the dog. As soon as the dog latches onto the sleeve, you will stop. You have two choices: drive the dog inward, or you can start to pull the dog towards you. So those are the two choices you got. If you begin to drive the dog, you want to use a motion as such, simulating you're hitting the dog as you move. Whenever a dog is going to bite this sleeve, you want to be moving away from the dog. You do not want to be moving into the dog. So if I was and the dog was coming, he would latch onto here as I'm moving away, hopefully biting me here. Once he bites, I would swing the dog this way. Once the dog is swung, the dog will pivot, his whole body would be facing this way. I would take him back across my body and start to move slightly. So if you catch a dog, you don't want to try to hit them going this way. That makes no sense. The dog is out here, you got it all over here. So if you catch the dog this way, you're just going to bring the dog back at a 360 angle and slightly move with the dog that way. So again, we're going to go over this real quick and then we're going to have Still come out and I'll show you. You're just going to walk past the dog, catches the sleeve, and then you can stop, and then you can start a barrage over his head. You don't want to whack him hard. You just want to barrage over his head. You want to just see if he's going to release. Once the dog is in, you're going to have a put. The dog's going to come off. This is the one thing I see people doing, and this is how you break canines, and this is how you, the dog won't stay. Dog bites, boom, pull. You can tap the dog, you can turn, you can run with the dog, you can do all kind of things. Now, again, always remember, if the dog is coming in to bite you and the dog is running towards you, have the dog bite the sleeve. The dog is coming in to bite, and you turn. Once the dog is all the way here, turn back and move with the dog. You're going to drive the dog. And driving the dog. Driving the dog. You don't want to drive the ground down his throat. He's going to release the sleeve and you can possibly break his neck. Eyeballs out, not in. So that's how you want to do it. So you need a left hand, a right hand, or a universal sleeve. So we're going to do it real quick and we're going to show you right here quickly. The dog. We're here. Remember, we're going to walk this way. So we're going to walk naturally as the dog bites the sleeve. We're never going to run up on him. So as we come back, we're going to walk this way. The dog bites. Once the dog bites, we can push, we can pull, we can push, we can tap. It's that easy. All right, Ryan, you got it. Out. catch the dog in the air. We're going to turn him 360. We're going to drive him back to the handle. Good bite. Good bite. Did you see how we went? I caught him at an angle. I placed his body on the side of me. Then I brought him back around and I ran with him. It's a 360. So that's what we're doing. So dog catching and dog driving is very important. If you do it wrong, you can injure the dog. So it's properly to do it right. Come on, Brendan. So you just want to keep that in mind. You want to walk across the dog. Let them bite the sleeve before you start to drive the dog or pull the dog. It should never be a chicken wing motion. It should always be a natural when the dog is biting. It should never be animated. You shouldn't be over animated, and that protects the dog from getting injured. Hope that helped you guys out with training tools of catching a dog on a bite sleeve and what your decoy should be doing. You guys have a good one.